Alright guys, got the Surefire stiletto here. I wasn't planning on posting a video on this, but I went through such hell getting this apart that I actually broke the charging connector. There's like 10 pins that go to the charging connector. And because I happen to be a solder pro, no, actually I took a grinder to my soldering tip and if I get this to focus, I took a grinder to my soldering tip because of how fine the little tiny microscopic pins were. That I figured, well, and then I found out how to take it apart after I almost destroyed the thing. So I figured I'd go ahead and post a quick video. It doesn't take that long. I already removed the pocket clip. You don't have to remove it, but I just found that it made it easier to maneuver it while I was working on it. Let me see what size this is here. Make sure I'm giving you the right info. Let me see. Yeah. So it's a T9. You're gonna need a T9. You can use a star or a Allen. I'm using a star and it works fine. However, it is, I think it's maybe it is a star. I don't know. Sometimes they're interchangeable. In this case, this worked. I'm using a T9 star bit or whatever they're called. Okay, so the thing that I did not know until it was almost too late is this entire piece right here needs to be pried up, and it's glued down, and you'll just have to use some super glue when you're if you're putting it back together. But you pry it back here, you'll see there's a little almost like a fingernail groove here. You'll pry up, you go around, beep boop bop, okay, this whole thing will come off. You have to take this off or you will absolutely destroy it. Unless you're a solder pro like me. I'm kind of joking, but not really. I'm an electrician. I've had years of soldering fine, tiny parts, and I've dabbled in repairing electronics. All right, so anyways, take these screws out on the, whatever this is, the bezel. There's a quick connect, or like a multi-pin here, right there, you'll see, but it just pulls right out, and it's pretty easy to get back in. Okay, so just pull that out and set that aside. That goes with that. Then you'll take out there's two screws back here. You'll just use a small, can't get this to focus. Just use a small Phillips. I don't even know what size this is. It's like a small one, okay? All right. Okay, anyways. All right, once you do that, you'll be able to move this forward a little bit. So move it to about right here, and then this whole pin, this whole charging connector comes out, and it's pretty easy. You could use your fingernails. I happen to have a tiny plier deal here, but it's got 4 pins and just pulls right out. Then once you do that, pull that out, this will slide out. I don't know for what reason you would need to take it apart, but I broke my charging pin like while it was plugged in. I stepped on it. It was on the ground. Anyways, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Kind of. These little, come on. Yeah. Well, anyways, you can kind of see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11, if I counted right, pins. I actually broke this this piece. I broke this whole black piece with this deal off of the circuit board here that has these 4 pins, and so I had to solder it back on, and it was not the funnest thing. So don't do that. But if you do happen to break this off, and I mean, I'm imagining Surefire is not going to honor the warranty due to, you know, negligent charging. Anyways, so here's all the parts going back together. You'll just center that right there. And put this guy back in here. It's taking me a little bit longer because I'm trying not to get my hands in front of the camera. Okay, so that'll go back. You put the screws back in. That little like button plate, I'm just gonna super glue back on. When I pried it up, it kind of seemed like it was some sort of like maybe super glue gel type glue. It came up fairly easy, but anyways, that's what I'm gonna do. Getting this back in, the first time I did it, I just was able to line this up. I don't know if you can see. I just was able to line the ribbon back up into the kind of connector there, and just I used, where did it go? Just like a little flathead, and pushed it back in. Probably not going to be able to do it this time, but if you do have some small pliers or something and you're really careful with it, because you can rip this. I mean, obviously I'm not being too careful with it. Oh, come on. Sorry, I'm trying not to get my hands in the way here. Okay, yeah, so it just went in a little bit, and then I just got a flathead. Sorry, guys. I've actually got my phone sitting on top of one of those magnifying lights, so it's kind of not focusing that well. Anyways, I just made sure it was pushed in real well, and then oh, which one is it? And then I just made sure it came on, and then tested the back cap, and it worked. And also, if you do happen to break your charging port and you can fix it, I went ahead and checked it. I plugged it in, made sure the light came on, and it did. So now I'm good to go. So now I'm good to close it all back up. Like I said, hold on, be quiet. This whole deal, I'm just gonna super glue back on. So that's that. That'll go there. Put the screws back in there. Guys, turn the light back on. I'm doing something. These will go back in here with your, what did I say this was, a T9? So that's that. Like I said, I'm maybe Surefire would help you out, but I'm assuming that mostly their warranty is going to cover like normal wear and tear or some sort of malfunction. I've never contacted their customer service, but I'm pretty sure that if they were to take one look at it, they would have seen that the charging port was just basically bent completely in. So anyways, that's that. This will go back here. This is also a T9. So I'm not a YouTuber by any means. I just went through so much trouble soldering that thing back on that I figured I'd help you guys out, because I couldn't find any videos on how to disassemble this, probably because it's so new. But anyways, maybe someone will see this and do a better version. But anyways, and then make sure this little rubber seal that goes around the charging port right here, just make sure you center it real nice back over that hole, so that if you get moisture in there, it's not it doesn't damage it too bad. And I actually have washed this thing in the washing machine multiple times on accident. It was just in my pocket, and my wife washed them, and it still works. So I don't know how important it is not getting water in there, but yeah, that's it, guys. So hope that helps. Hopefully you haven't already damaged your charging connector. If you do, Like I said, what I did here is, let me get see if I can get a, oh geez. Yeah, so I just sanded this down to a fine point, and then I used this thingy here just to look at what I was doing. You don't have to have that, but it did help a little bit. So anyways, there it is, guys, how to assemble and disassemble the Surefire stiletto. Thanks.